Hey guys, Spencer Rowland here. In these few videos, I'm going to give you kind of a mini tutorial as a refresher to kind of show you what we should be doing in Dakstats as far as pre-game and post-game is concerned. So I'm going to start with opening my Dakstats program here. And it's going to take me to the home screen. You'll sometimes hear this called the splash screen from Dakstats. Here it has your message center, as I'm sure you've seen so far. If you ever run into these messages, just go ahead and click hide if they don't concern you. So a few things we've got here. First and foremost, we have the season tab. All of you should have the season correctly listed as the one you're going off of. And one point I want to reiterate is you should be doing this only off of one computer only. So if you're trying to sync the same season through multiple laptops, that's not going to work out. So you got to make sure we're doing everything off of one laptop. And you know, you have your team drop down here, your rosters here. So before you play anybody and we want to add a new match, first, before I add, I know who I'm going to play. I'm going to go where I have the team roster and I'm going to select configure. From here, it'll take you to the configure team screen here. So if I don't have the team already downloaded, I'm going to come down to add new team and I'm going to import that via list. And a new pop-up is going to come. Find a team's league ID. Now if it's a non-NWAC school, there's this giant box right in the middle here that says select as non-member school. You're going to hit that if it's obviously a non-NWAC school. If you're looking for an NWAC opponent, we're just going to pull up the league. This update teams button, if you hit it, will basically give you the most up-to-date list that hopefully everyone's keeping up with. So I'm going to choose, for the sake of time, Big Ben. I'm going to highlight them, hit select. Boom, up they pop right here. Then once they're in there, their information should be correct. Look and see if their team code's correct. It'll have usually this prefix with a number based around. It's in alphabetical order too. So it'll have its ID, and then I'm going to hit save. So then once it gets done saving, I'm going to close it out. And now I should have Big Ben in my team drop down. So when I choose it, up comes their roster. Oops, we're in the wrong team. So it's not showing because I'm in a demo season, but in your season, you should be able to download roster. So it's not letting me do that because I'm not logged in a web sync. Okay, so once you download that team in your season, you should already be synced in and their roster will populate here. Now I want to go add a game against them. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to select add new. Up pops the box. You'll have your entry mode here. Say I'm trying to create a game from out of conference that I went and played at a tournament somewhere. You'll just come down and select box score game by game, but we'll discuss that more in a different video. Then you'll fill in your visiting team, your home team. I'd recommend putting in the record before the game because later on it's going to ask you to update the record, and if you have it here, it's easy to refer to other than going to the website. Okay, so you'll fill in as much information as you can, and then you're going to click done. Okay, and then a game should pop up, so I suppose I should add one. Big Ben, and we'll go the team they have. So today's date, make sure that's correct. Do you wish to save this game? Yes, I do. Game has been saved, and up it comes right there. So now we have the game. PvP is play-by-play, and notice it's not started because we haven't opened it yet. So when the time comes, you're going to open it up. Boom, open. Webcast is set to auto start. Start webcast for this competition, you're going to want to select yes. Current competition doesn't have a valid league ID. That's okay because when you created these games, you should web sync right after you created it. Okay, so ignore that error. And so to make sure we're webcasting correctly, if we come up to the webcast tab up here, it should be on start, and you'll have the auto start and log. If it's not set to auto start, go ahead and click that. That's okay. If it's not showing on the website, come here to configure, and you're going to get this little window with 4 bars up here. We want to have the third one enabled, enable web sync. This is the one that's most important. The other ones we don't want to have, so CTSV, we don't want that. Local webcast, is just kind of for your own local desktop. It doesn't do any syncing with the website. And then Gamecast is not relevant to what we're doing. So notice these three all don't have a checked box, but the third WebSync one does. So if it doesn't, or you have other ones selected, make sure to deselect that. Okay, and then you can always check to see if it's webcasting by going to the website. Okay, from here, then you'll go into play by play, and then wait for the next video.